Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be making this two-piece, a bustier crop top with a high-waisted palazzo pant. This tutorial is going to be in two parts so that it doesn't get too long. So today's video is all about the bustier crop top, the pattern making and the sewing as well. So stay tuned and let's get right into the tutorial. For this tutorial, I have here 6 meters of Ankara print, my contoured basic bodies for a medium size, some wording and a detachable zipper. I've traced out the pattern on a fresh paper and that's what I'm showing you here. So this is my front contoured bodies for a medium size, meaning all excess has been removed at the center front. And this is my normal back bodies for a medium size. I've gone ahead and marked the bust radius, which is the circle you're seeing on the pattern. The bust radius is the difference between the bust point level and the under bust level. To mark my under bust level, I will measure the distance from the bust point level to the bottom of the circle. In my case is 3.5 inches. With my tape on the bust point level, I will come down by 3.5 inches and make a point there. Then from that 3.5 inches to the waistline, whatever I get, I will place that measurement on the side seam of the bodies and draw in my under bust level. With my tape on the center front line, I will place half of my nipple to nipple measurement of 4 inches. I will connect that point back to the bust point with a straight line. On this line, we are going to shape the bustier. Remember, my front bodice is contoured, meaning all excess has been removed at the center front. But before we go ahead to shape the bustier, we'll draw in the sweetheart neckline. The neck depth of my bustier is 10 inches, so with my tape at the bust point at 11 inches, I came up by 10 inches and make a point there. From the side of her shoulder to the bust is 6.5 inches because she wants full coverage. I will make a point there as well. So using this ruler placed on my center front line, I will square out that 6.5 inches point. From the armhole or bust level, I will come down by 1 inch because this bodice is for a sleeveless dress. I will square out that point a little, and with these points, I will draw in the sweetheart neckline. On the nipple to nipple measurement line, I will take ½ inch on both sides of this line. Do not forget that I have removed about 1 inch from these bodies through contouring. Then from the bust point, I will go up by ½ inch. I will find the midpoint of the dart legs on the waistline and connect it back to the bust point with a straight line. Then on this line from the bust point, I will come down by ½ inch. Then on the under bust level, on each dart legs, I will take ½ inch and I'll connect these points. On the waistline, you can decide to take in some inches depending on what you're working with, but this is just how I like to do mine. 1/4 of my bust measurement is 9 inches plus ½ inch for ease, which we borrow from the back bust measurement because we are more fuller in the front. From the center front to the first dart leg is 3.5 inches. I will take that 3.5 inches to the second dart leg and place my bust measurement. 1/4 of my under bust measurement is 7.5 inches. So with my tape on the center front to the first dart leg is 3 inches. I'll take these 3 inches to the second dart leg and place 7.5 inches, 1/4 of my under bust measurement plus 0.25 inch for ease. On the waistline, I'll place 1/4 of my waist measurement following the same method plus 0.25 inch for ease. and with the bust that closed, I will draw in my side seam. I will slash open the waist dart so that we can close in the dart of our sweetheart neckline and shape the neckline properly. With my tape on the center front line and with the dart closed, I will place half of my bra strap to a bra strap of 4.25 inches. I will make a point there and I will extend this point to the shoulder line. From the point on the shoulder, I will mark 2 inches the width of the strap. I will place this same measurement on the neckline and connect these 2 points with a straight line. So guys, that's all there is to the front pattern. This strap on the pattern will help you know the length of strap to cut out for this bustier. So I'll go ahead and highlight my lines and then we'll move to the back pattern. From the armhole or bust level, I will come down by 1 inch just like we did on the front bodies and square that across. And on this line, I will place 1/4 of the bust measurement minus the ½ inch we borrowed on the front bodies for bust ease, and that leaves me with 8.5 inches. On the waistline, I'll place 1/4 of the waist measurement. So from the center back line to the first dart leg is 3.5 inches. We'll take that to the second dart leg and place 1/4 of our waist measurement plus 0.25 inch for ease. With these 2 points, I will draw in the back side seam. On the new bust level, I will place half of my bra strap to bra strap. For the back, I used 4 inches. I'll square that point up to the shoulder line. Then from the point on the shoulder line, I will mark 2 inches the width of the strap of the bustier. I'll place this same measurement on the bust level and connect these 2 points. On the waistline of the center back, I will come in by ½ an inch to remove any zip bulge. I will connect it back to the center back line and redraw my 1 inch zipper allowance. To finish off this pattern, I'm going to align the side seam of the back pattern to the front to make sure they are the same. So I have retraced the side seam of the back pattern to the wrong side of this paper to enable me match up the side seam. And you can see here that the side seam of the front is a bit longer than that of the back. The difference is about 0.25 inch. So I'm going to mark the difference and blend that off using my French ruler. Matching up the side seam of the front and back pattern allows you to see how the neckline flows from the front to the back and to see if there is any corrections to be made. Before I go ahead to cut out our pattern, I'm going to measure the strap to know the total length of strap to cut out. On the back pattern, on the side going to the center back, I got 10 inches, and on the side going to the armhole, I got 9.25 inches. Then on the front on both sides, I got 6.75 inches. So the highest of these two measurements is 16.75 inches, which is the total length of the strap for this bustier plus 1 inch joining allowance. So guys, I've cut out the pattern and this is all we need for the bustier. For the strap, we got 2 different measurements, and those measurements is what we will use when attaching to the bustier. For the measurement going towards the center front and the center back measured 16.75 inches, while the one going towards the armhole totaled 16 inches. This measurement is what we will use when we are attaching it to the bustier. I used 1 inch seam allowance at the hem, the side seam and the zipper allowance. Every other side is ½ an inch. The ½ an inch seam allowance here I will add while cutting on the fabric. I'll go ahead and cut out my pieces. I have cut out all the pieces for the bustier with their respective lining. My lining is 1 inch shorter than the length of the bustier. I've also ironed on the wadding on the front bodies, and on the back bodies I ironed on a shirt collar interfacing on the back neckline and at the hem of the back bodies. I'll go ahead and assemble the front bodies with their lining, sew the darts on the back bodies with their lining as well, and prepare the strap of the bodies. Once I'm done assembling them, I will take them to my ironing table and give them a good press. I have assembled the pieces and I've given them a good press. Now I'm going to attach the back bodies to the front, and I'll do the same with the lining. So guys, I've attached the back bodies to the front. The next thing I'm going to do is to attach the strap. So on the places where we notched on our pattern, I'm going to pin in place the strap and secure them with a straight stitch. I have secured the strap on the front bodies. Now if you remember on our pattern, the length of the strap that goes towards the center front and the center back measured 16.75 inches, while the side that goes towards the armhole measured 16 inches. So we are going to use that measurement to measure on this strap and attach on the back bodies. This measurement will help make your strap lay flat on your shoulder and prevent any form of gaping. Remember, our shoulder is not squared, it is slanted. So I will take this measurement and attach the strap on the back bodies. So guys, I have successfully attached our straps and our bustier is gradually coming together. Now I'm going to attach the lining with the right sides facing each other. I'm going to stitch first round the neck area, notch round every curved corners and top stitch the seam allowance on the lining. Once that is done, I will also attach the lining to the hem of the bustier, stitch close the sides of the zip allowance and leave one side open to turn out the bustier. So guys, I've done all that I said and this is what our bustier is looking like. We are almost done with the tutorial. The only thing remaining is to attach the detachable zipper. But before I do that, I will go in from that opening by the zip allowance to secure the seam allowance of the lining to the seam allowance of the bustier just at the cup area to help keep things in place, after which I will attach my detachable zipper. Do not forget to like and share the video. Leave all your questions in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on all notifications, and I'll see you guys in my next one. A bientôt.